Good morning. Happy New Year. How's everybody doing today? Great, outstanding. Well, glad you're here. January 3rd of a new year. How's your mindset? Everybody's good? Somebody in here's lying, but somebody's like, we got to do this all again this year. All right, let's start off with a little gratitude, a little bucket fills. Who's got something to share? Create a little energy and love. We got a 33, it looks online. You can participate as well because we can hear you loud and clear. Tanya, let's go.
Happy New Year, everyone. Well, I had the flu like forever, and but I still was cold calling. I got a new listing while I had
Okay, good. There you go. You can call people to set an appointment. Awesome. Good. Who's got something? Get some energy, gratitude, positive vibes. Chris was raising his hand. Oh, wow. I'm like, woo. Okay. All right. Liska has something. No, don't encourage him.
Gratitude. I'm thankful to see another year of 2024 because a lot of people did not make it. I have a new listing coming in Siena, and I have a closing next week.
Okay, good. Good start. There you go. Good work. Who's got something? Nobody went for, these are all the people who didn't do anything fun over the holidays?
Oh, it did some business though.
Okay.
Happy New Year. I mean, like I was
You
very
went on the trip?
no, I was
But-
here working.
Okay, good.
Yeah, on 30th, I was lucky. Like I closed on one of my very close friend's house, and also on the same day we got under contract for another friend. I thought that was very good, and I was like, that was the last working day, Friday. I was
Very
like,
good.
okay, I'm done for that. On 31st, we did 3 new contracts again.
All right.
So I was like,
There you
wow,
go.
something is going on.
That's starting the year off, even though it was last year, it was really this year. Okay, good. Gary's behind you.
I am absolutely new to the team, like couple of weeks, too much overwhelming information, but I am on it.
Okay, great. What's your name?
My name is Debarpita Ghosh, but you can call me Debbie or Ms. Ghosh, whatever is familiar.
Okay, great. Welcome
But I
aboard.
would need a lot of support from the team because I'm a total
And you need to come
newbie.
into the market center. That's where the cool people hang out, is here. We love the
So
people.
I'll be there to be one of the cool people this Saturday and meet you guys.
Okay, good. All right, Gary, go.
A listing had expired 2 days before Christmas. I called them 2 days after Christmas, and I have a listing appointment set up with them now.
There you go. Gary, he's getting out there expireds. You're all right. Good. Anybody else work some expireds? There was a bunch of them. Jimmy, you got to run. Let's go.
So the year didn't end as the way I wanted it to end last year, but there was like 10 people that we're continuing having conversations with, and a lot of those things are now starting to kind of come into fruition. So that's cool. We went door knocking and we made bags for expireds and terminated. And I came across this like a $650,000, and I talked to the husband for about, I don't know, 30 minutes in Greatwood. And it's looking like we're going to probably get that listing. So
Okay,
I'm
good.
excited about
You
that.
got an appointment.
Yeah,
There you go.
and I had an appointment, a buyer's consult. Referrals are now starting to finally come in, like from other, past clients. So which is cool.
Okay, good. Go. Let's do it. I like it. Anyone else? Oh, front and center. You need to be front and center.
Thank you. I had two sellers that I sold their homes here in Houston, and they left town and one moved to Portugal, and the other one moved to, I can't remember, but they're both missing Texas terribly, and they're coming back this
There you
year, so
go.
I'm going to have them back as buyers.
All right.
Yeah.
Good deal. That's exciting.
That's a tactic.
Coming back home.
Make them just miss you. No,
Stopping 'em.
come back. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Keep it going.
Hey, Chad.
Hey,
How's it going?
I'm good.
Everybody, follow me, ALC. Who's here? We wanted to say
Oh, wow.
something. It's a gun. It's a.
It's not big enough for that.
Okay, we wanted to take this meeting.
Mhm.
This is your last meeting as our leader. And we wanted to thank you for, you didn't know? For whoever didn't know,
Just
okay,
don't
too
pay
bad.
attention.
But we wanted to thank you for your leadership. You've been here the entire time I was here, and you were a big support to all of us, ALC, the rest of the agents, and we're going to miss you.
Well, thank you. That's all you need to say. I'll just take a hug. Let's move it along.
Yes, we are gonna miss him so much.
I'm not going anywhere.
I ain't gonna miss
Oh.
him, shit.
Okay, I'll open it up. I
We're
like
gonna
the-
miss you, chat. We're gonna miss you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I do like my brown water. It's very good. Thank you. Where'd you find it? I need to know. This is a bourbon, and it's a 10-year Van Winkle. People battle over these. They're very hard to get your hands on. It's a very good sip. Chris. Yeah, this is something you would taste and enjoy, right, Chris?
Here, I'll do it.
You can't, will not show up on the cruise. They probably get compensated, but thank you. That's a very nice gift. You guys do your there's nothing wrong with a little brown water in the evening. I wouldn't do it now. Okay. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. We'll talk more about that. And yet that's not what this meeting is about. This meeting is about you guys and leadership and opportunities. And I'm not going away, just in a little bit of a transition. And you're going to hear more about that too. But thank you so much. That means a lot. You guys, Andy and I care greatly about you guys, and you're more a family after the years. Even when Andy was the team leader and we hosted at our house, she made me be an integral part of this before I even got into Keller Williams and leadership. Well, let's keep moving along. All right, classes and events. Here's this. Oh, yeah. She cut it off. Okay, go ahead. Where's the microphone? Verna walked out in the hallway with it. Go ahead.
I have a new listing commercial, actually, 1.5 million.
Okay.
So hopefully get that close soon.
How's that leg, Akil? Okay. You got a good story to tell. All right, let's jump ahead. A couple of things that are coming up. I'm going to need some support on this because, okay. No, I don't need you to recap this because that's just one place. But you're doing this one.
Brandon, you want to talk about that? Sure.
You got to come to the front. Let's go.
So for those of you youthful professionals, we have something.
Thank
to
you.
about.
Is that me?
Yes.
Just say no.
All right.
Kind of missed.
So this year we're starting something new as a collective group of agents, whether you are seasoned or young,
So youthful in heart? or
youthful at heart, right? We said age is just a number, the vibe is youthfulness. And a lot of us are starting to get more on social media. So we wanted to come together and collab and explore various parts of Houston outside of Fort Bend County. We're still looking inside of Fort Bend County as well, but just so everybody kind of knows where to kind of go as we take our clients to these different nooks and crannies of Houston. And we wanted to make content as well. So we're going to collaborate. Many of us may not have the money to hire our own professional photographers, and we all have cell phones and we all have arms and good legs and mobility. So we're going to take it and we're just going to stride with that. So we're going to start this week in Edo at the address down here. If you guys want to click the QR code to sign up to join Field Trip Fridays as we start that. Yeah. No. Age is just a number. The vibe is youthfulness.
You show up acting old, you're not invited.
You got one shot.
Yes. You can't complain that your back hurts.
Yes, Southwest Young Professionals.
No, we're gonna meet at the address located here. We start at 10 a.m. We already have a spot located and we're going to start there. Then we're gonna transfer over to the East River Project, which is a vital, important part of Houston right now. As many investors are starting to come out there and start to revitalize that area, right? Same with Fifth Ward, it's important that we understand that as agents, what's going on in these different areas as well, right? So that's kind of the point of Field Trip Fridays.
It's not big enough.
So
We're
it's
really,
okay. We're gonna print out the flyers. They'll
Why?
be throughout the office today.
like, it's gonna work.
It's a video. It's not that exciting.
Because there's a line through it. That works, okay.
There you go.
It works.
Okay. So sign up. Love to see you guys there. Can't
Might
wait.
even do a happy hour right after.
Yeah,
At 10 in the morning?
yeah. Well,
But not happy hour.
well,
Slow
after-
down.
After.
Okay. Oh, never ending referrals? Okay, great.
Program. It is by Steve Schlueter, valued at $1,500, no cost for you. So please join. It's a 6-session program focused all on database. And if you've ever thought to yourself, I really feel weird saying that, I don't want to be so salesy, he tailors this program based on your behavioral style. So you're using words that are comfortable, scripts, conversations that are comfortable, and really working your database. This is a great follow-up for anybody that was in bold, or even if you weren't in bold, like jump in here, start 2024 strong, get into your database. So the first meeting is Tuesday, January 16th. It'll be 9:30 to about noon, once a week, 6 weeks.
If you've ever used DTD2 and you're wondering where that originated from, it's this. Okay, so take it to a different level.
That's good stuff.
All right.
No, it's gonna be here in the Market Center.
So those of us that'll be gone, did we get to Zoom it?
Can you go back and watch a previous recording? Because some of them will be on a cruise. Okay, we can go back and watch it. Okay. That's what it, all right, next, let's go.
Next we have coming up Financial Peace University. We're bringing it to the Market Center starting January 24th. It's a Wednesday. We're going to do Wednesday nights. It is 9 weeks. There is a cost to register. Go to the website. I think the basic package is like $80 per couple. We encourage spouses and significant others, or if you have an adult child, it's only one cost per family. Bring them in. On your journey to wealth building, the number one step is getting debt-free. The number one program that I know of to get debt-free is Financial Peace University. So attack your debt. Don't let your money control you. Be in control of your money. If you've thought about signing up and you've never done it, make this the time that you do it.
Childcare provided, right?
That's right. Yeah. So if you have kids, Wednesday night, you want to bring your spouse, you don't know what to do with the kids. I might be in that situation myself. We're going to have somebody here. We're just asking for a small amount to help compensate them. But we'll have little snacks and we'll keep the kids here while we do our financial peace class.
And if you've ever done it before.
That's right. If you've taken financial peace before and you're an alumni and you would like to take it again, there's no cost for you. Email me and I'll send you a special link to register with. It's one of the Dave Ramsey things. If you've taken it before, you don't need to pay again.
Okay, great stuff. Thanks for organizing that. That's good. All right, Israel. You can have a piece.
Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Come on, what's energy? Let's go. All right, guys, just a couple of things for on the PC side. We do have a class this Saturday. It is a Lead Gen 101. So where's the little clicker thingy?
Right there.
Oh, that's not it.
You didn't get one.
Oh, that's okay. I have flyers on the doors, QR code. I just put it out in the Facebook group and also in our WhatsApp group. Please register so I have an idea of who's coming. Okay. We're going to go over how to use Coles, how to use Vulcan, obviously open house best practices, farming, database, your top 6, 7 lead gen strategies. Okay. We get a lot of questions around those. Other quick reminders, right after the team meeting, we have our group PC coaching. We're going to be doing it in here. We'll set up some tables like we normally have done. It's going to start promptly at 12 o'clock because I am back on my 1 o'clock, my coaching. So I have to end right at 12:55. Okay. So right at 12 o'clock, grab your food, come sit down with me. We'll do group coaching. And Calibra starts tomorrow. Okay. We had a little delay on the calendar, on the KWSW calendar. It does start tomorrow, getting started session 1. Cool.
Okay, great. Greg.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, pretty
Y'all,
good.
y'all could do better than that. How's everybody doing? All right, my name is Greg St. Ford. I'm your marketing director. Look a little different this year. However, click. Just wanted to let you know, just like Greg just relaunched himself, you as an agent can relaunch yourself, and much like our market center is relaunching itself. Take this opportunity to redo your brand. You'll be reviewing your branding and technology, creating a strategy to expand the visibility of your brand this year. You'll discuss your website, video content, social media, automations, drip campaigns, and other technologies to support lead generation. So capture some of the video or capture on video some of the transformations that's happening in our office and use that, get with Greg, the other Greg, not this one, to relaunch your brand, right?
Great.
A lot quicker than him. Oh, okay. Maybe say it again. So as you know, finance, building wealth is the theme for this year. So much like the young professionals have something going on, and those young in heart, for those of you who are working on building your finance, here's a easy way to do that. We have quarterly finance game nights. So Finance Fridays game nights. It is happening January 19th from 5:30 to 8:30. We will have some professionals, those who are supposed to be part of your financial team here, given a quick 15-minute lesson, and then we'll play games like the cash flow quadrant game, you know, get out the rat race, life, Monopoly, and your lesson will be through the games. So Finance Fridays, game nights, it's quarterly. January 19th is our first one. You can scan the QR code to register.
Okay, great. All right. It's on to me. Hey, let me give you guys a little bit of update. If you saw my email that I sent off with my wife helping, and we announced to the ALC that we were going to make a leadership change. And that means I've sat in the team leader seat here at Southwest for 10 years. And in team leader life, that's a long time. And yet it's been a passion. As I said, I really care about it. And yet I've just created some other opportunities or headaches, whatever you want to do it, or more wrinkles, where I am now overseeing 5 market centers, this being one of them, Katy Signature, Houston Central, one in Western Colorado in an area I grew up, and one in San Diego. Those all have a story to it and something I'm passionate about, and I'm still doing. People ask, what are you going to do next, right? And to me is I'll be around. You won't get rid of me. I'll find a place to office here. Right now, I'm sharing with Akil. He doesn't know that yet. He's going to like, this is not what I signed up for, because I'm loud. And yet it'll give me an opportunity to reach out and run some other businesses and kind of work on some other things as well. So I'll be present and yet sitting out of the day-to-day operations. So just create an opportunity to explore and move some things around and create some opportunity. And so I want to introduce to you, if you haven't, our new team leader. She's not really new to us, but a successful one is Yana Hayes. So I want everybody to welcome Yana Hayes. Come on up. Don't take my bourbon. You can take the cake. I'm kidding. And so Yana is not a stranger to here. Yana started her career at Keller Williams Southwest. I can still remember the recruiting appointment. Yeah. No, it's a good story. And she found Keller Williams by somebody out door knocking. It was Christine Fuentes was out door knocking. And then Yana says, hey, I'm going to get into real estate. And she came in here and goes, I already got business and I'm going to have it all under control. And she already had it figured out. Yet I quickly learned I can watch young agents, young meaning you're into the industry. I could tell having success by the way you walk in the hallway. And if you remember back, Yana, in the beginning is when she was walking through the hallway, she might knock you over because she was on purpose, she was on point, and she was in here to make money. So I sat in an Ignite class and I said, you know, there's a Rookie of the Year award, which I won in 2007 at this office. And I said, and nobody has ever beaten a record. It was $125,000 in gross commission income at that time. qualified you for the launch award, and it was a big deal. And I said, and I threw it out every year, if anybody beats it, my wife and I will take you out for a steak dinner. And so, what year was it you won?
2014.
14. I gotta lose the dates. So 2014, Yana was the rookie of the year, right? Her GCI was 160-ish.
So you don't even know
It's go-
my version of the story is so
But
different
hold
than
on, you don't get
Chad's.
to tell it. You can tell that version next week, but this week I get to tell it. It was what?
156.
150. I rounded up for her. She didn't even like it. It was 156. That's also the rookie number that's never been beaten. I'm second place. And Yana, make sure she got the steak dinner. She was purposeful on that conversation while she was there. And so she goes, I'm kind of exploring this
I had to-
leadership. I'm going to explore this leadership opportunity. And so she quickly jumped into the PC coach. How many of you had Yana as your PC coach? Raise them line. Okay. And she built one of the most successful PC programs in all of the country. And really the fundamental and the things that we use today was kind of Yana. And then she goes, hey, I'm looking for another opportunity. And that was in time Joe Rothschild and I were in conversation of overseeing the Katie signature office. And so it was in great shape. I'm kidding. When somebody says, hey, would you like an opportunity? We would love to do it. That typically means it's what? It's going to be a chaos and a mess. And Yana thought it was a great opportunity. We sold her on it and she jumped in. And yet I can tell you, turn that market center around. And in fact, not last year, previous year, 2022 was the #1 net company in all of Keller Williams, right? This is 800 plus market centers in recruiting in net number, not just to gross, in net, and significant growth over a 3-year reign, and just really turned that around. And she's looking, and she wanted to go home, and this is her market center. So I am proud to be in business with Yana. You're going to love her energy, her drive, her expertise that she brings. I know some of you already seen that, but this is going to add. This is not a takeaway. This is an add. And she will make sure she chases. She already chased me out of that office that sits in the front yesterday. And so I found a new little spot, but that doesn't matter. So I'm always available to help, yet you got a really key person. So that's how we wanted to set this up today. So Yana,
Thanks, Chad.
that was pretty good, right?
Yes,
Is
you
there
did a
any
great job. Thank you,
variation?
Chad.
Is there any variation that you would add that would be different to your
Well,
story?
I might share it in private any other time. I wanted to start our business meeting as the Happy New Year with mimosas and orange juice, and I was told by Chad not today. So we will save it for next week. No, so make sure to show up. No, seriously, I am extremely grateful and honored to be back home because this is my home. This is where I started as that brand new agent yesterday. There was a seasoned agent at Heart that came to say hi, and she said, wow, when I met you, you were 4, and then all of a sudden you were 18, and then you left home to do big things, and here you are back looking at you as a grown-up adult. And as I was driving home, it just, my husband asked me, are you nervous? I said, I am not nervous because it truly feels like coming home. I was mentored by Gary Sternenkel back in 2013, hang out with many of you. So this is truly an honor and a privilege to be leading this organization by Chad and Krista and Verna, Norman, and the rest of the leadership team. So, all I know is basically what I was taught by Chad and plus other leaders.
If something goes wrong, that's what happens, right?
So when I do things well, it's a great job, Yana. When there's something you don't like, blame it on Chad.
100%.
So, I am very involved leader whenever it comes to the top agents, as well as the new agents in the productivity coaching program, because I've been just like you. If this is your first team meeting and you're sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, how I'm gonna make 156,000 in GCI in 1 year, it can be done. And I'm very excited to partner up with you and help you. And every single agent should have my cell phone number. I'm also gonna write it over here, so you guys can reach out to me Saturday, Sunday. I help in any way I can. I live here in Sugar Land, so Chad was joking that the distance is priceless. Man, when I was driving yesterday and took me 15 minutes, I just smiled. It was very nice. So I live on an acreage with my husband in Bridalwood. We have two beautiful babies, and I'm very excited, hopefully for the next decade here at KW Southwest, to see how we can grow the culture, productivity, and just partner up with you, locking arms to make sure that we crush it in 2024.
All right, let's ask you a few questions. I didn't set her up for this intentionally. And if you were to go back in your beginning, a rookie agent hitting 156 in gross commission income, that's a great story. What's some lessons you learned from that first couple of years as an agent that you learned?
Yeah, so, I remember the lessons very well because many of you that are sitting here, whenever you realize it or not, had a huge impact on my business as a producing agent in this office. And it was simply as the new agent, locating and creating a relationship with the top peeps and ask them, what is it that's working for them? What are they doing well? Instead of shadowing open houses, go and visit 10, 15 open houses in one weekend and just do the speedy learning, the speedy shadowing. People still don't know you're a real estate agent, so give them your correct information and see who tries to convert you and what they do. And then just copy it and make it your own because there's enough business for everyone. So whenever it's Gary or Al Katri, Pam Shockey, or the rest of the leaders over here, every single one of them taught me something over the years. And so that would be one of the lessons.
You were pretty successful with open houses, weren't you?
Yeah, well, 90% of my business came from open houses because guess what? I came to this country I'm originally from the Czech Republic and I went to med school. So whenever Lisak asked me, what is survey? I'm like, survey who? Right? No idea. And the only two people I knew in Houston was my husband and my mother-in-law. I had no other choice. Whenever they tell you cold calling, guess what? I don't know if you have noticed my Alabama accent. People would hang up on me. They thought it was the Philippines. I had no other option than to connect with people face to face. So whenever it's networking, whenever it's open houses, you just got to make your contacts. And I quickly learned by Kathy Stubbs and Audra O'Neill that the more contacts you make, the more successful and the sooner you succeed.
That's great. So open houses was the name of the game, right? And we still have opportunities for open houses. And if you don't, and they weren't your listings, were they?
No. And whenever you post on a KWSW Facebook forum, I want to host an open house. Well, guess what? That's not going to work. But if I'm going to call Valerie and I say, hey, Valerie, this is Yana Hayes. I'm a newer agent here at KW Southwest. And I'm reaching out because I see that you have this beautiful listing in 123 Main Street. Well, I just took an open house class and I wanted to see if there's any way I could host it for you this Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 4. I'm going to have 30 plus signs. I'm going to call around the neighborhood to invite all of the people that are currently renting. I'm also going to door knock over 50 doors. And then right after the open house, I'm going to send you an email and provide a feedback. Do you think that there's any way that I could host it for you? Do you think she's going to say more likely yes versus do you need an open house host?
And you delivered on that request, and then you became the preferred agent for them to host it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Would that work for you, Pinky? Yes. And Pinky is in need of somebody to work open houses, by the way. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Yes. And I'm sure you never canceled on somebody last minute.
There's a story that I don't know if I should be sharing or not, but I already had my daughter. It was 2017. And I just had this internal feeling my grandma was sick for a very long time, that I don't have much time left. And I had a very high risk pregnancy, so I could not fly. And I was scheduled to host an open house for Butch Watterson, that was an agent in this office, that Saturday and Sunday. And Thursday morning, I got up and I said, I don't think that I am going to make it on time if I don't leave today. And so I booked that flight with my baby to fly to Europe to see my grandma in a hospital. And while I was at the airport, I called every single agent in this office to find a replacement for me. And once I had that replacement, I made that phone call to his assistant to say, I am so sorry to cancel on you last minute. However, this is the replacement. They have my 30 open house signs, and I promise they're going to do the same job that I would do for you. I'm glad that I made it on time because my grandma passed 48 hours later. So I am not sharing this as a sad story. I am sharing this as a commitment to the customer service that you want to have for your agents, but also for your colleagues, because that is important.
Yep. Built a big business and was the rookie of the year following that commitment in your plan. Okay, let's forward it to lessons in market center leadership. What's some lessons that you've learned along the way?
Team leader years are like dog years. 1 year equals 7 years. Very similar to being a top producing agent.
That's good. No, that's why they gave me brown water. Yes. It is. I hope you hear that though, and you do appreciate you have a top team leader in our company who is coming home to lead this operation. Do not take that for granted. You might not agree with everything, right? But I can tell you, we have a heart for serving you and moving you forward, and that will continue. And the ability, not just here, we grow leaders out of this office. I'm telling you, is one of the best. And we have great leadership here. While you might not agree with everything, I know many of you in this room can look at you and they can say, Chad did this and Chad did that. And yet our intentions and the way they showed up, do not take that for granted. That's what makes this place really, really special. And Andy and I she's still the broker of record. OP, we're still here to answer your questions, but you got another tool in addition to that. Okay, what else did you learn?
All right. So one of the other lessons that I have learned as the newer, right, brand new team leader at a market center was that this is still a contact sport. It just changes. So in a leadership role, you are recruiting for agents, just like you as an agent is recruiting buyers, sellers, tenants, investors, wherever that is for you. So the role never changes. It is still a contact sport, and it still comes down to your work ethics. So Chad is absolutely correct. You might be an aggressive listing agent. You might be a really great at expireds, but at the end of the day, if you don't service the business well, this is going to be a sprint rather than a marathon for you whenever it comes to building a legacy and a big career that eventually you can step down from. And so the same thing in leadership. I'm only as good as the people that I'm in a business with. And that means the leadership team. And that also means the agents that were at the signature office. You know, when we celebrated the #1 and we got an award from Mo Anderson, I'm a huge fan of Mo Anderson. Everybody over here knows Mo Anderson. Raise your hand if you do know who she is. All right, only a few of you. So Mo Anderson is basically the icon of KW culture. She has written a great book that's called A Joy-Filled Life. You can find it on Amazon. It's $14, and yet the lessons that are in the book are, oh my goodness, just a huge value that you can relate to as an agent, as a leader, as a parent, as a friend. And if that's what you're going to live by in 2024, I promise you will be successful.
Okay. All right. So what?
Trying to think what else, but I think that's pretty much it. Just make
good.
your contacts.
It is. I wish sometimes we make business really complicated. Business is very simple, right? There's a certain way to go about it. Did not say it was easy. It is not easy. And yet it is a simple business. Doesn't matter if you're sitting in the agent seat, in the market center leadership, or any other business. And I would just tell you, you'd think Yana knows the MREA book. Do you think she knows it? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know the 4 models? Who knows the 4 models? Who can name them? Okay, name them, Brandon. You get a free office bill if he names it.
Economic model, lead gen model, budget model, organization.
Okay, great. He just made $99 today. And in that is anything that we do in design is based off of that model. So know those models and systems. They serve us well. And in fact, Yana, you also coach other leaders, correct?
Yeah, I do. So trying to see, 4 years ago, I became MAPS coach, and I was coaching other productivity coaches because that's something that I'm very passionate about. Then I took a little break as I was pregnant with my second baby, as I knew that I had to give it my all in the team leader seat. And then after 2 years ago, I came back, or actually a year ago, I came back as the MAPS coach coaching a few top team leaders across the country regarding recruiting and leading their organizations, as coaching is always something that I'm very passionate about, whenever it's you and your individual business, or it's other team leaders across the country on how to run market centers. So it's truly the mindset of learning. I still have a coach myself. I still meet with Chad on a weekly basis because I do believe that knowledge is power. And when you think that you know it all, there's always more that you can learn. So stay humble, stick to your goals, customer service, and just know that there's enough business for everyone because no one succeeds alone.
Okay, cast a little vision either for your world or this market center. What's going to change? What's going to be different?
Well, Chad taught me one thing in 2020, and that's in the first 90 days, you don't even move the coffee pot.
That was Barbara who moved it because we were under construction. Yes.
So no, I mean, really what I want to focus on in the first 90 days is to getting to know you. I know many of you, and yet for some of you that we don't necessarily have a relationship, I want to get to know your goals. As I said, I'm a very active leader. I am very energetic, and at times I could come across very direct. I want to make sure that every single one of you knows that from the bottom of my heart, I always mean well. And sometimes I might be direct in my approach because I get to see the potential in, I say my agents, because now I am one of you guys. And the commitment that you made for your families. And sometimes I want you to succeed more than you do. Because being in real estate is hard. It's exhausting. You have to lead generate. And at times we put in so much work and we don't even know if we are going to get paid at the end, right? It is one of the most challenging jobs that there is because we wake up unemployed every single day. Yes or yes? It's brutal, especially if you have to do it for 5, 7, 10 years. And so the better job we can do in creating systems, providing an excellent customer service, so we can continue getting referrals and then build our teams if that's something that you desire to do to truly a 7th level so you can finally step down and create what they say at Keller Williams, right? Lives worth living and businesses worth owning, then that's what this is about. And so that's going to be my primary focus in 2024 to make sure that no matter what's happening up there with the interest rates, people are still going to be buying and selling. And so I have committed to locking arms with you and helping you achieve your individual goals. That's what I want to do. And whenever it comes to the organization, I want this office to be the spot that everybody wants to be a part of. I want to have a lot of fun. I want to attract other top producing agents because this office has a very unique culture. And you don't realize it until you're not part of it. You know, when I left after 80 years of being in this office and I moved to other KW, I said, what is this? You don't realize it unless you leave it. So it's something that we all should be proud of. And we also need to do a better job in communicating to the other agents because not many offices are in that way and have truly this community of agents sharing and supporting one another. So congratulations, you're part of an amazing office.
Okay. How about we open it up for some questions? Let's watch Yana dance a little bit. Come on, Sharon. Sharon's probably going to be easy on you. Yes. Oh, sure did that.
She did that yesterday.
Anybody got any questions for Yana? Comments? Can you say what? Sternagel?
Gary Sternagel.
There you go. Gary likes a version of that, right? Yes, that's great.
Look, that's Gary's German version of a name, except it's been mispronounced so many times that he doesn't even know how to pronounce it correctly.
Anybody online? Looks like we have 60 plus online. Anybody got any questions? Yeah, Tanya, go, and we'll repeat it. What was your main source of lead gen as far as you didn't know anybody here?
Open houses.
Okay, just open house?
Open houses.
Well,
Open
hold on.
houses.
She met somebody at an open house, right? And tell them that story, because that's a great version. When you connect with somebody, they know somebody else.
All right. So super quickly, because it is a powerful story that actually allowed me to make a lot of money over the years. As Chad twisted my arm to take Bold as a first-year agent. I don't know why I agreed to it. I just did. And you know, in
She
Bold,
was like a lot of you. I don't need it. Go ahead. Yes.
back then they were dropping dollar bills on us.
Yes.
And so you have to make your contacts. And you know how they ask you, how many listing appointments do you have? And then you put your sticker on. Well, guess what? Yana Hayes had 0, 0, 0, 0. And so I had to do whatever I had to do. And I went to Dillard's in the middle of summer. I said, there's going to be a lot of people. And as I'm in Dillard's, they're perfumes. And you know how you can like smell them? So I went over there and I said, I'm actually looking for a perfume that, you know, is like light and fresh because I'm a real estate agent and I sweat a lot. And the lady, her name is Ravan, she looked at me and she says, you are a real estate agent? We are currently in an apartment and we are thinking about buying. I said, okay, fantastic. And that was my first client, and they bought a house in Old Sugar Land for $175,000. Well, 3 months later, I received a phone call, and it was from a very well-known cardiologist in Houston that was back in Boston, relocating to Houston. And he says, hey, my cousin is a husband of Ravan, who sold you a perfume, and I am relocating to Houston, and I was wondering if you would help me buy my house and invest you. I said, absolutely. And that's how the party started, right? He referred me to other cardiologists and to other specialists in the field, and slowly and surely I took over UT Health. But the story, the lesson learned behind this is you treat every single client like $1 million client. Doesn't matter if they are leasing, doesn't matter if this is a $100,000 purchase, you treat them like $1 million client because you never know who they know.
Great. Okay. What else? Any other questions? Linda?
Okay, I can do that. So everybody knows over here Nikki Barker? Some of you? Some of you. Okay, fantastic. So I'm hosting an open house, and there's this lady, 7 months pregnant, that walks into the open house with her dad. And that day, I didn't have anybody. I said, I'm not making her leave unless she's my client, even if that means I have to lock the doors here. So anyway, long story short, I connected with her dad. I don't even speak Italian, but we were just communicating using our hands. And I was known for following up with people until they file a restraining order or they buy or sell a house with me. And so I kept on following up with me. She kept on ignoring me. And then 6 months later, my phone rings and she says, hey, do you remember me? You walked into I walked into your open house. I think I am ready to buy. And so I looked her up in a database and I see blonde lady, Italian, had a little baby, showed up with her dad. I said, absolutely. How is your baby? How is everything? Anyway, went there, they bought a house with me and we became best friends. Well, before we became best friends, she said, you know, I'm stay-at-home mom and I'm just thinking about something to do. I said, I think that you would be great in real estate. She said, really? I said, absolutely. Why don't you consider maybe becoming an admin, getting your feet wet? And so I connected her with one of the top producing agents over here, Roscoe Ford, and she was his admin for approximately a year. She outgrew him very quickly. Then she became a buyer's agent, individual agent. And over the years, I just continued pouring into her because I saw a huge potential whenever it comes to passion for helping others, high energy, and truly a servant's heart. So we did become best friends, and then she took over the productivity coaching program, and I believe that she did a way better job than I'd ever did. And now she is the team leader at Houston Central and will be replacing me at the Signature office. And as I walk out of that office, again, I had a smile on my face because I knew that the Market Center is going to be in good hands.
Okay. One last question.
Nobody wants to know if we are serving the mimosas next week?
I will be out of town, so behave yourself. Okay, great. Well, I hope you just captured right there a lot of energy, a lot of expertise, passion, right? Back in the day, we had an instrument called the AVA, and that was our behavior. Anybody take an AVA? It was the tool before the KPA. big believers in behavior assessments, by the way, and you got to know it. And one of Yana's, when I first saw the score, was her vector 1. That's her drive, because it all had to add up in 4 different vectors to 20. But when something was out of whack, it'd give you an asterisk next to it, meaning it's really not the measure. And hers was a 9. You couldn't score more with 2 asterisks, meaning if you don't get moving, she will run you over. But yet, let's go. And she'll drag you too if you need help dragging you. But with that,
Good
you're
way.
going to see immense drive, wanting to win, numbers matter. Let that be an influence on you as well. Do not take advantage of it is what I'm going to. Don't avoid it. And sometimes when you're not doing what you need to do, jump into it too. That's when you lean it in. When we're struggling the most is when we need to show up. We usually show up when we're winning. We want to tell everybody how great we are and how well we're doing, which is good too. We love that because we want the energy. But when you're struggling the most, jump into it and lean into it. Okay, final comments?
No, thanks, Chad. I
All right,
heard that
thank
story only 15 times. We had one question there.
Yes.
Yeah, we are going to do a combination, right? So those people that have a desire to do one-on-one with me, it might take me slightly longer than 90 days, then I will definitely go ahead and do so. And then we are also going to do it in a group setting. So that way we can kind of see, all right, let's do a small group masterminds so we can all share our goals and 411 so we can hold each other accountable. Now, one thing that I want to make sure that, you know, when Chad says that, I tend to be intense at times. I also want to make sure that you guys know that I still have a boots on the ground. So when one of my agents at the signature office challenged me, well, when was the last time you made an expired call? I said, you know what? Why don't we lead generate tomorrow morning? And I am more than happy to join you. We can hop on a dialer. We can challenge each other in the scripts because culture of productivity is what will all help us succeed. So I'm excited to lead generate with you, Kareen.
And just to clarify to that is, Yana will be proactive reaching out to others, and we do it based on production, by the way, right? We start with the highest production and work our way down. And that's not a secret. When she goes, does she have your favorites? We just do it based on production. And then the AOC will obviously be in report too, because they've already raised their hand. Okay. All right, let's move along. We got some, but finally, by the way, HAR dues are now past due if you haven't paid yours. So if you paid your dues in November, you have 2 tickets in here. If you paid your dues in December, you have 1. We're going to make Yana draw this, and she can do it. And so reach into there, shuffle them around, and this person, your HAR dues are going to be reimbursed back to you. Who was the November winner? No. Ruby was the winner. So here's somebody. What are they? I don't even know what MLS dues are worth right now. What are they for HAR? Some number. It's worth a lot.
Ooh, one of my favorite. We don't have favorites. Angelia McDaniel.
Angela.
Okay.
If she's online, I don't know if she is. No, that is not true. Must have paid to win.
Misspelled over here, so excuse the pronunciation.
Angela, great. Angela,
Or is that it?
that's it.
Oh,
Yes, we could do another one. Yes. We did one in November and we did one in December. And if you haven't paid yours, please take care of it, because now you show up on a list and then we're the ones who take the brunt of it and we have to chase it down. Norman does love to chase people down all over time, right, Norman? Yes. If Norman calls you, just answer and say, yes, I know, and I'll take care of it. All right, great. Oh, look at that. I don't know. We got a new, we don't have new partners, but we got a new look.
Yes, we definitely do. So good morning. Happy New Year to everyone. With the new year comes a new change for those people that were at AMCAP Mortgage. AMCAP made a decision a couple of months ago to sell to a large company, gave us an option about 3 weeks ago to come on board with them. We have been doing some research, we being our group that's inside of the Keller Williams offices here in the Houston area, to go another route. We have joined with a company named New American Funding. We're considered the 17th largest independent mortgage lender in the country. There are going to be some great benefits to us. We underwrite our loans. We service all of our loans. There's some great benefits there for us. It's basically going to equate to better interest rates and lower costs or fees for your potential buyers. We do all of our underwriting in-house. We're going to have the same culture inside of the Keller Williams offices, but also processors that actually work for us at New American Funding. One of the other benefits is that we also underwrite and fund our own jumbo loans. As we're seeing loan amounts go up and home prices go up, that's going to give us the ability to be able to underwrite. Due to us holding on to our own paper, basically meaning that we have our own money. When you have your own money, you also make the rules. We might see that some loans that are a little bit outside of the box might be able to be approved. So again, we're here as an opportunity for you all. We have, Norman, I'm not sure which one of these, a clicker. We have some new email addresses for you all to be able to contact us, same phone numbers. We're just updating. We're going through to learn all of the system that New American Funding has for us in regards to our underwriting operating system is identical to what we've used. It's just a little bit different format. The email addresses are basically our first name, first, last name, and at newamericanfundinginc.com. So there's, that's pretty simple. Denise has her own little website that has remained the same. We've converted all of those. That's a great benefit for us. We have our own marketing department that is going to allow you all to be able to get things for open houses. When you're out doing events, we're able to participate in that because we've got a marketing department of about 10 people. Anything and everything that you could think of probably has already been dreamt up by them, and the ability to produce that very quickly for you all is there. So it's going to be a much better transition for us, but we're here to help. Same people. We're looking for fantastic loan officers. If you know anyone that you've had great success with, we'd love to be able to communicate with them, see if there's an interest in them coming on board.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right. All right. Now today's sponsor, come on up.
Are y'all having a good start to y'all year? Yeah. Yes.
Day
I
number
love
3.
it. I know. So some of you probably raise your hand if you were here the last time when we were here. All right. So we got
You booked with us, right? We had a phone conversation.
yes.
Share your experience. Is that okay? I know this is bold because he could have had a horrible experience.
I
had a great experience.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Maybe 4 or 5 other agents.
All right.
Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, we were texting today, this morning. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
aw, thanks for your business.
That was bold because he could have had a horrible experience. I'm like, how did it go? It sucked. Oh my God. Thank you.
Yes.
Awesome.
So I am Ebony Royal, and this
Bernard Lewis.
and we are the franchise owners of Snap House Houston. And so we have a real estate photography and videography franchise that's here in Houston. We are a little over almost 2 years old.
Almost 2 years.
Sliding into the 2-year mark. And we've had great success with you realtors in Houston. We are realtors as well. We are top producers at our brokerage. So we kind of know what you guys want when it comes to photography and making sure that your listings shine. As you know, we are in a very competitive industry, right? And so marketing and branding is key. We have a lot of services, and you can brand yourself for a very low, good price with us.
Not a car note.
Not a car note. So, Bernard, you want to share a little bit about our history and our services?
Yes. So I want to start by saying this. Does everybody have a smartphone? That's pretty common now, right? So we actually have mobile app. So we are tech first. If you're on Android, we have the Android app. It's at Snap, H-O-U-S-S, not H-O-U-S-E. And same with the iPhone, Snap House, right? Snap House was originated in Canada. And myself and this lady here, she follows my wise ideas. We were the first to launch in the US for this company. And although it was so scary and unknown because there was no one to talk to, Snap House is now operating in 14 cities in the US and growing.
Yeah, but Houston was first.
Houston was first. And I'm proud to say that if you use Snap House, you could now book with Snap House for all of Texas. So we only operate Houston, but there is one other franchise partner that operates San Antonio, Dallas, and Austin, the other major cities.
Yes. So last year, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think that realtors missed a huge opportunity using our services to brand themselves.
That's right.
You know, our basic booking starts at $99.
$100.
$100. If you incorporate a narration video, right? That's $150 more. So for $250, you get a branding video that you can splice up as many times as you want and really start to up your social media game. There is nobody else out here that you can hire where you can get content for yourself and showcase your home for $250.
And have it delivered in 12 to 24 hours.
Yes. So questions. What questions do y'all have?
And we actually have real clients that are sitting in this room. So
who's listing? Whose focus is on listings this year? Raise your hand.
This is the year for listings. That's true. Oh God. Same here.
Like that's it.
No judgment, Bernie. I don't. I'm not
Right.
sure.
So, I mean, we know, again, we're in real estate and we know our focus is listings, listings, listings. And so with that being said, you want to have the best presentation for your clients, right? So we encourage you to use our services.
Yeah. Do we have a clicker or?
They eat lunch, we can pull up a couple of.
Okay, yeah, and then I'll go over the packages. What point are we getting lunch?
Yeah.
Right now. Right now?
Right
Okay, you guys
now.
are getting lunch and then we'll
Yes.
talk about the
Yeah,
packages.
yeah, we can set you up.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
thank you so much. All right, remember next week gets better at your team meeting, so don't miss out. And we're excited to be in business with you. Enjoy some lunch. Thank you guys online. We'll see you next week.